Exactly. It was uncomfortable, you know?
But actually, Sven, I think you really do need to thank Vlad because he introduced you to Savannah, however, like, awkward that was.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. If it wasn't for Vlad meeting all the ladies, that probably would not have met Savannah, who's now the love of our life. And it's okay. It took so long to meet somebody. And I just want to say up front that I really do miss you. And I really am sorry for any sort of tension that's happened between us. And I just want to thank you and say that you are responsible for introducing me to Savannah.
Well, of course, I gave you a little test run, so you know everything's great. Of course, you're welcome.
I'm sorry. I'm speechless.
Savannah's
Savannah, did you hear something you need to tell me?
Probably not right here on
Wow.
the
Savannah is shocked.
Okay. All right.
So I have another question.
Let's move on.
Okay, Drew's going to ask you another one.
Okay, this is from Mistress Crimson, and it's which other vampire would this world be better off without, and which one would be okay to clone?
Well, that's a very good question. What vampire would this clone be without? I'm going to prove it. I'm just going to stick with the original Edward Cullen. I want this guy out. I want him out. It's really funny once you came on the scene, everybody all of a sudden loves vampires. So where's the hook for that? You know what I'm saying? So I want that guy out. And what was the other question?
Which one would be okay to clone? Who do you want more vampires of?
Well, I'm going to say, obviously me, obviously.
I concur with that.
Thank you, Savannah. Also, I'm going to say...
Clone...
No, please.
I'd say we should clone Prince Charles. You guys do know he's a vampire, right? Of course.
I suspected it, but I didn't know until you confirmed it just now.
That's vampire. That's right.
I can't even stop laughing.
Okay, now this is a kind of a sensitive question, but, you know, we're for delving into the truth on the Jimmy Star Show, so I'm going to go ahead and ask it anyways. This is from Too Precious for World, and she wants to know, since you're up in years, do you ever need to use, Viagra or Cialis?
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, that is a little question. Let me tell you. Actually, one of the benefits of being a vampire is you don't need pills. You don't need anything to help with that sort of thing. And I'm serious. Okay? Please, just let me talk here, sweetheart. I'm going to... Okay, look, sometimes you need a little help. Even vampires have flaws, okay? We're not perfect. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little hot right now. I'm getting a little steamy, and I'm sorry. So I is there something you want to add?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Everybody does it.
All right, so yeah, sometimes even vampires need a little help. All right.
How about you, Vlad?
I'll say there is something called a transfused erection. Basically, you have them take the Viagra, and then you take their blood. It's in your bloodstream, and there you go. So it's a full play built in, if you will. Yeah.
Ah, that's cool.
Got it. The technology of being a vampire.
Wow.
We got
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of fun. Yeah, right.
Wow, you're just a dictionary of knowledge over there, Vlad.
I know. I'm giving out some of my little secrets, right? I know.
Well, I thought...
those are just golden eggs you got there, pal.
I thought part of the whole series was to dispel a lot of these vampire myths, because one of my favorite ones, Sven, was when you told us how vampires don't go when they eat their prey.
And then you did it when you were trying to drink the blood.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you something, and this is a very good question, too. Oh, we don't do that. That is a myth. When vampires go into movies, that doesn't really happen. I get a little excited when you tell me drink Savannah's blood. That's only because it's been so long since I drank blood. And I do get a little excited, but we don't make that sound. We don't do that.
That's cool.
Well, you don't have to do it. I think, for me, I feel like a lot of the art imitating life imitating art, like, they like it when you do it sometimes,
So you're in the theatricality. You got to give the fans what they want, right, Matt? Yeah.
Exactly. They show up. They're you play along. You play along.
So I also, too, like, Sven, you're a member of PETA, and so for a long time you didn't drink human blood. And now you have Savannah. Are you only drinking her blood, or what's going on with you?
Or is that a secret?
It gets better only be drinking my blood.
I am only drinking her blood. That's true. I didn't drink blood for quite some time, and now I just drink her blood. I do. I'm a very faithful vampire, and I just only drink her blood, and that's all I need. It's very fragrant.
So who's drinking Lindsay's blood?
Well, that's a good question.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's Brad on the phone over here.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Brad, what are you doing later?
Really on the radio.
Brad, what are you doing? What are you doing later tonight?
It seems like you guys have a very fun, dysfunctional life.
We absolutely do. It's just like normal people do. Isn't that right, sis?
Oh, that's so true. Oh my God.
That's right.
I have mine's just worse, but I'll get into that later. That's not the time, right, bro?
I'll tell you something, Vlad. If you touch my sister, we're going to have words.
Listen, your sister, she should come over.
Hey, Vlad, after you touch his sister, we want to have an interview.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I think it would be fun. It's kind of fun to keep it all in the family.
You upset Sven, Jimmy Star.
Keep it all in the family, though.
You guys, truth be told, I'm just not ready for that right now because I actually just got out of this really big relationship where, like, my boyfriend, he was a nice guy. He was in the military, a really, really great guy, but he didn't know I was a vampire, and then he found out, and it was awful. It was just terrible, and that's why I'm here. And I'm just not ready to move on. But I think you're hot, and you're really sexy, and you're really funny, and I really want to, suck your blood and everything, but I just can't right now.
Okay.
So I hope you're
Just give it a day or two.
Soda to cry on.
So really, you're coming out on the Jimmy Star Show. That's awesome.
I can't believe I just did that.
Now I got stuck on being a bit better here and have some more than everybody there as well.
I didn't hear that one. Say that again,
Sven.
Sven.
I gotta step in here and just be a big brother as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a good big brother, even though you're the same age.
Thank you, Jimmy.
There you go.
Now, too, Sven, I know you're highly involved in technology because you are the vampire blogger. And so with all this new Google Plus stuff coming out, do you have any comment on that? Are you going to move to Google Plus? What's going on?
I'll go with Google Plus. I'll with Google Plus. I'm just sticking to regular old Google. That's just how I roll. You know what I'm saying? I keep it that cool.
Well, I heard, too, that you're, like, kind of a loyalist of Mark Zuckerberg, so I know you have a Facebook fan page, too, but you mentioned how you like the film and in one of your blog posts.
I love Mark Zuckerberg. I I think he is such a brilliant man. I mean, to find out Facebook, how many members does Facebook have? Millions of people right now. It's all over the world. Fellow vampires. It's just really been a great way for everybody to communicate. And I just can't speak highly enough. I'm sorry you learn from Facebook and the social network, and I get a little excited.
That's so cool. So what we gotta do, Sven, is we have to tell everybody what is the YouTube page for they can find you.
Go to Sven Vampires, Sven Vampires, and I'll see my YouTube page. And that is where I'm going to be posting on my blog. And I want to apologize that I sort of left the scene for a while, but I'm back. And just being on this radio show has given me the opportunity to make that vocal, and I just really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, Maddie in the chat room actually has a question about that because you left everybody hanging, and she wants to know what happened right after you drank Savannah's blood. Like, what was up with the transformation and eye change? You looked very evil there.
Well, I'll tell you, human blood, what it does to vampires, it just really does funny things. And it just goes strange for humans. You know, when you get into a relationship for the first time, you feel like to cut out the rest of the world. You stop talking to your friends. You stop answering texts. You stop making calls. Why? Because maybe you're rolling around in the hay. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things with new relationships. You know how they are. You sort of disappear for a while. And on top of that, getting caught up in the Hollywood lifestyle, which I did. And I'm just saying a resounding apology to everybody for leaving them.
Cool.
They went through like a vampire puberty, if you will.
Got it.
Well, we want to keep in touch with you guys as you're moving forward and becoming more and more famous, because we think all you guys should be hosting like the MTV Awards. Get rid of like all these lazy ass terrible people they got hosting stuff, and actually put some real talent out there.
Seriously, I mean, to have a Team Edward and Team Jacob, how about Team Sven?
There you go. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should make T-shirts that say Team Sven, because that would be like really cool. We want to thank you guys for coming on the show, and we're going to keep updated as you get more and more stuff going on. We're going to have you come back because we think all you guys are awesome. So we want to thank Sven, and we want to thank Vlad and Lindsay and Sarah and Savannah.
You're sexy.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh, thank you guys.
So everybody.
Let me tell you something now. Hey, I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my vampire heart, thank you for having me on. And just, as I'm sorry if I'm getting a little emotional right now, I just have been really pretty remarkable.
Good. Well, thanks so much.
All the time.
All righty, you guys. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.